guys, how's it going? So it's May already, which means it's my last chance to enjoy a little bit of the nice spring weather before it gets really ridiculously hot over here. So I am enjoying the nice 75, 80 while I can before it gets ridiculous. I wanted to take a moment to just address you guys for a moment, which I guess is not that different than what I normally do, but I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you guys, because I looked on my YouTube page and I saw that for whatever reason, over 200 of you think is something I say is worth listening to and have subscribed to my channel. So, I mean, don't take my surprise as a reason to unsubscribe. Don't do that. That's the opposite of what I want. I just wanted to say thank you so much for taking the time watching my videos. I love doing this. It is so much fun for me, especially now that I'm not working at a comic shop anymore. This is like some of the only time I have to get to talk to people who care about comics. So for whatever reason you subscribed, or if you haven't and you feel you want to, or I haven't scared you off or whatever, just thank you so much. It really means a lot, and I'm really excited to keep doing this, and it's nice to know that I'm not just talking to no one right now, but I am at the same time, so there it is. Anyway, so, a little bit of a light comic week for me this week, a few really good ones, and then there's some other stuff too. We'll get started on the great stuff. So we have issue 10 here of Wicked and Divine. This issue is awesome. But I love this book, and if you're not reading this book, I have to ask why. It is so cool. I mean, the basic premise, every 90 years, a pantheon of gods are born into mortal bodies where they get to live for 2 years before they then die. It's a crazy concept to begin with. It's really cool. It's executed very well. And I was really sad to read at the back of this book that they said that when they came up for Emerald City, it was the first time that they'd been up to the Pacific Northwest for a convention in over 5 years. And I didn't get the chance to go to their table and get to meet them. And so I feel like I may have missed a terrible opportunity, and I was hoping they'd be back soon. But please come back soon. I want to meet you and talk to you about how awesome your stuff is. So, yeah. Good stuff. Next up, Nailbiter number 12. Oh my gosh, after the super insanity of last month's issue where, some stuff happened, or you don't, and you should. But as this story is developing with issue 12, it kind of maybe might be beginning to see just some of the faintest threads of what might be causing this, outbreak of serial killerness in this town, but I think there's a lot to it that we're not even going to begin to understand just yet, which is awesome. And this is just a really cool book. I love it. Very creative. So yeah, that's Nailbiter. And then up, a relatively new one to the tables, but one I am very much enjoying. We have Descender here, number 3 by Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. Two of my favorite independent creators working together. This series, this is Tim 21, and he doesn't look so great there, but it's a really cool book, and you get to deal with kind of all the robots. They're feared, they're ostracized, they're killed in many instances here, and the story is dealing with this and dealing with this particular robot, Tim 21, and how he might be, if I said 23 earlier, I just think I did, but if I didn't, it's 21. But this is a very cool, very beautiful book. It's interesting to see how he might be different than the others. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. Which is sad, because this book deserves better than that. This is fantastic. It's really cool. One of my favorite artists is doing the interiors of it, and he is running at all cylinders there, so I'm fantastic. But I feel there's a lot we don't know right now, and there's a lot that is going to come into play, and it seems like it's going to be kind of an epic book and a lot of big, powerful elements and themes going through it, so I'm really interested to see how they play through that. And I wonder how much they, because they're both writer-artist people individually, but they're working together. I wonder how much cross collaboration there is on the Dustin Nguyen talking on his on Lemire's writing, or vice versa. Or I wonder if they just kind of like I'm just really I would love to be in a room while those two made a thing. Comics specifically, not any. I don't know. Then we have just another one of those really fun books that I love. This is Tales of the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, where you have a bunch of people telling different, very outlandish Squirrel Girl stories, and it's just very fun. It's very silly. It's very much in tune with what this comic is, and it's a lot of fun. And I really enjoy this book here. And then we have up a new book from Boom Studios. This book is called Arcadia here, by Alex Packnadel as a writer, and Eric Scott Pfeiffer. I hope that's right. So the idea behind this book here is there is a disease, a plague, a virus, that kills like 7 billion people on the planet. And so there's like 1.5 billion people left. But the government, the worlds have managed to upload the consciousness of these deceased individuals into a kind of virtual world called Arcadia, where they get to preserve their thoughts and memories and stuff, but these people live as immortal beings in a world that is different than ours, but they still have their consciousness preserved. I guess think River Song in the Doctor Who library episode, kind of, if that follows. But so this series, at least this first issue in particular, focuses mostly on two different characters and what's going on with them. You have one guy who works at one of the Arcadia like server farms, essentially, in Alaska, where they have to keep them because there's so many servers running all these people that they have to keep them cold. And then one particular individual in Arcadia who is deceased and her consciousness is aware in that world. Is a really interesting concept. So very well executed, this first one. I'm interested to see where it goes. So yeah, really cool. Ooh, and then we have one up we don't see very often, but it's always awesome. Afterlife with Archie. This one had 2 covers. So did Wicked and Divine. I forgot to mention that. So this is just one cover here. This is probably the coolest issue so far. Really fantastic. It takes place during Christmas, and it plays homage to some of the traditional horror movies and stuff like that, but really, really cool. And since it only comes out every now and then, it's not a lot of weight on your wallet, so yeah, you should read it. So yeah, let's talk about something here. Convergence Batgirl. If you have been watching for a while, you know I don't often speak poorly of comics. Often I actually just choose not to review comics rather than be a dick, because I know the creators put a lot of work into their stuff, and I hate to be the person that tears it down. But this issue pissed me off. So, let's talk stuff. I know Dan DiDio hates Stephanie Brown. I know he doesn't like the character, so I know there's not a lot of creative thought put into some of the Convergence tie-ins. Some of them are awesome, one in particular, which I will review in a moment, and then some are kind of eh. This one in particular really feels like it was phoned in, or like it was pulled together last minute, or just that whoever was working on it really didn't give a shit about the project. First off, creative control here. Look at his cowl. Then look at his cowl there. Do you see the difference? Let me point it out to you again. Look at his cowl proper. And then look at his cowl again. What the hell? Also, Stephanie Brown is written as not very intelligently. She is just flat. The story is and even if the ending is touching, it just feels wrong and gross, and I don't like it. And I have to have it because it's part of my Stephanie Brown collection, and I'm working to have everything that she's ever been in because she's great as a whole. And this has to be in it. I really, really did not like this. It was horrible. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. But anyway, on to a really awesome Convergence comic, Nightwing and Oracle #2. Unlike the other, this is actually really thought out, well written, beautifully drawn. And it has a happy ending, and there's cool action, and there's actually a great fight in it. So if you're going to pick up a Convergence title, lean towards this one. If you like, and it's Oracle. Oracle's amazing. I like her. She's great. That's Stephanie Brown too, but, it's bad. Anyway, rinse that out of my mouth. Then we have, I actually haven't finished this one. I will be honest with you on that because it's really thick. It's a really big story, and I wanted to devote a little bit more attention to it than I had to offer it at the moment. Secret Wars here, #1 by Jonathan Hickman and Zaphod. Unlike everything I've heard of the Convergence main title, my fiance said 3 pages in, this one was literally a kajillion times better than Convergence. So I have gotten more than 3 pages in, but I need to reread it with a little bit more dedicated time. The book itself has high production value. The paper's thick on the covers. It's not the usual chintzy Marvel interiors. It's really, really nice quality. Art is absolutely beautiful, and it's Jonathan Hickman, so you're getting a lot of action. The story is well thought out and well written, and I feel that a lot of effort was put into this particular industry event. So if you're planning on following one of the spring events, I guess it's a little late to be letting you know, but it seems the Marvel one is winning right now. So yeah, that's it for me. Sorry I got on a little bit of a downer note there. I try not to be that way, but I just left a bad taste in my mouth. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's it for me this week. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And hope you enjoy the nice spring weather you are hopefully also experiencing, and have a great night. One thing I am thinking of adding 1 or 2 other types of videos to my channel, also relating to comics here and there. Let me know what you're interested, what you'd like to see, and I might listen, or I might just do whatever I feel like doing, because that's what I tend to do. But anyway, I'd love to hear from you. Drop it in the comments, and I am going to leave for real. Alright, take it easy, guys.